Chairman Delger, you are live on Facebook.
Okay, and we'll get started. I will now call to order the regular monthly meeting of the Shell Rock River Watershed District for September 8th, 2020. Leah, please call roll.
Manager Pistorius,
Here.
Manager Kramer,
Here.
Manager Bakken,
Here.
Manager DeBoer,
Here.
Manager Pasuski,
Here.
and Manager Delger.
Here. Okay, the following three items are public hearings. As the Shell Rock River Watershed District is closed to the public, anyone wishing to address the Shell Rock River Watershed District Board of Managers during the public hearing section of the meeting was instructed to submit their comments in writing no later than 4 p.m. the day prior to the scheduled meeting. Written comments were to be directed to Administrator Andy Henschel. I will now open the public hearing for the 2021 administrative levy. Were there any comments received?
Mr. Chair, there was no comments received. And again, we did both publish this in the paper as well as on our web page for people to comment again by 4 p.m. The day prior to the meeting. And no comments were received by the administrator. So let me just give you a quick overview of the administrative budget and then we can move on. So the administrative budget for 2021, again, is $250,000.
Won't be, excuse me, Andy, won't we be doing this later?
Yep, but I'm just going to give a quick overview now and then we'll go through
Okay.
the budgets
Gotcha.
again. So again, administrative budget is set at $250,000.
All there is, I will now, the public hearing is now closed. I will now open the public hearing for the 2021 debt service levy. Were there any comments received?
Mr. Chair, again, we advertised this both in the paper and on our webpage, and no comments were received. And an overview of the project budget. Total disbursements is at $6,645,185.
Okay. The public hearing is now closed then. I will now open the public hearing for the 2021 administrative and project fund budget. Were there any comments received?
Mr. Chair, as noted before, we noticed this both in the local paper and on the website, and no comments were received by 4 p.m. Yesterday.
Closed. Go to number 5. Following items will be acted upon without discussion in accordance with the staff recommendation and associated documents unless a manager requests opportunity for discussion. A, minutes of the August 11th, 2020 Shell Rock River Watershed District monthly board meeting. B, minutes of the August 17, 2020 Shell Rock River Watershed District Dredge Committee meeting. C, August 2020 Treasurer's Report, subject to audit. D, August 2020 Project Fund Treasurer's Report, subject to audit. E, authorized payment of claims. F, authorized payment of project fund disbursements. Is there a motion to approve the consent agenda presented?
So moved.
Made by Manager Kramer. Do I have a second? Or is there any discussion? Hearing none, Leah, please call roll.
Manager Pistorius,
Aye.
Manager Kramer,
Aye.
Manager Bakken,
Aye.
Manager DeBoer,
Aye.
Manager Pasuski,
Aye.
and Manager Delger.
Aye. Motion approved. Okay, we'll go on to number 6. Are there any additions, corrections, or deletions that need to be made to the rest of the agenda?
Mr. Chair, the staff has one addition under the project and program manager, Courtney Phillips. We'll have item B, which is a LSOHC update.
Okay. Any others? Okay, is there a motion to approve the agenda with the addition?
So moved.
Made by Manager DeBoer. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Manager Pasuski. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, Leah, please call roll.
Manager Pistorius,
Aye.
Manager Kramer,
Aye.
Manager Bakken,
Aye.
Manager DeBoer,
Aye.
Manager Pasuski,
Aye.
Manager Delger.
Aye, motion carried. Okay, the next item on the agenda is the 2021 administrative levy and certify the administrative levy to the Freeborn County Auditor Treasurer. Is there a motion to approve?
I'll introduce the motion.
Motion by Manager Bakken. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Manager DeBoer. Is there any discussion?
Yes, Mr. Chair, I'd just like to give a little overview of the 2021 administrative budget. Again, the general and administrative levy for the 2021 budget is $250,000. We have expenses as far as personnel. This includes managers' regular meeting, managers' special meetings, some administrative salary, some administrative assistant salary, technical salary, along with Social Security, health insurance, unemployment, para, and workman's comp, which is set at $97,600. We have travel-related expenses at $11,950. We have personnel training at $14,250. Office expenses at $40,700. We have professional services at $40,000. For again, total expense in 2021 of $250,000.
Okay, is there any other discussion? Hearing none, Leah, please call roll.
Manager Pistorius,
Aye.
Manager Kramer,
Aye.
Manager Bakken,
Aye.
Manager DeBoer,
Aye.
Manager Pasuski,
Aye.
Manager Delger.
Aye, motion carried. The next item on the agenda is the 2021 debt service levy and to certify the debt service levy to the Freeborn County Auditor Treasurer. Is there a motion to approve?
I'll introduce that motion.
Motion made by Manager Bakken. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Second by Manager Kramer. Is there any discussion?
We have a total income for 2021 of roughly $1,666,960. That's a carryover. And then we have our sales tax generating 1.4 million. Our bond fund levy at 168,000. We have the 2015 LSOHC grant of 173,000. We have the 2017 LSOHC grant of 1,070,000. We have the 2019 LSOHC grant of 1,421,000. And we have the 2022, phase 9 or 8 LSOHC grant of 746,225. Again, carryover of $1,666 for a total income of $6,645,185. For expenses, in the item 100, which is erosion and water control, we have a expenditure of $1,897,825. Under watershed projects, we have $222,225. Under the dredge element, we have 2,573,000. Item 600 water monitoring, we have 37,800. And then under reserves, we have 1,746,000. Debt services, expenses, we have 58,000. Our bond principal, we have 110,000. So for total debt services, we have 168,000.
Okay, is there any other discussion? Hearing none, Leah, please call roll.
Manager Pistorius,
Aye.
Manager Kramer,
Aye.
Manager Bakken,
Aye.
Manager DeBoer,
Aye.
Manager Pasuski,
Aye.
Manager Delger.
Aye, motion carried. Go to 7C. The next item on the agenda is 2021 administrative budget and certify the administrative budget to the Freeborn County Auditor Treasurer. Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Made by Manager DeBoer. If I have a second,
I'll second it.
seconded by Manager Bakken. Do we have any discussion? Or, yeah, do you have any discussion?
Again, Mr. Chair, this is for the administrative budget for 2021 at $250,000.
Okay, any other discussion? Hearing none, Leah, please call roll.
Manager Pistorius,
Aye.
Manager Kramer,
Aye.
Manager Bakken,
Aye.
Manager DeBoer,
Aye.
Manager Pasuski,
Aye.
Manager Delger.
Aye, motion carried. Next item on the agenda is the 2021 project fund budget and certify the project fund budget to the Freeborn County Auditor Treasurer. Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Motion made by Manager Kramer. Do I have a second?
I'll second it.
Seconded by Manager Bakken. Do we have a discussion? Any discussion?
Again, Mr. Chair, this is for the 2021 project budget for the Shell Rock River Watershed District. Total disbursements are $6,645,185.
Is there any other discussion? Hearing none, Leah, please call roll.
Manager Pistorius,
Aye.
Manager Kramer,
Aye.
Manager Bakken,
Aye.
Manager DeBoer,
Aye.
Manager Pasuski,
Aye.
Manager Delger.
Aye, motion carried. 7E. Andy, will you give us an update on the Fountain Lake Restoration Project?
Yes, Mr. Chair. So the update on the Fountain Lake Restoration Project, as we know, we have 2 dredges running. Both are continually running here. We have converted the discharge into cell 2 as we speak. So we are pumping now our spoils from both the Dredge Vic and the Fox Lake into cell 2. Things are going pretty well as far as the dredging itself. They are finding a few areas where they're running into some natural clay areas, which is slowing them down a little bit. It means that in some locations they won't be able to meet design depth because we are running into what we call that natural substrate. However, you know, it has been discussed with JF Brennan that areas where they can't meet their design depth, that will move that design depth volume to a different location within the lake. So we will be at our total volume. It just might be in a different area for some of these areas where we can't get that. So that's the update, unless there's any questions on the dredge project.
Okay, we'll go on to 7F. Andy, will you give us an update on the confined disposal facility 2 and 3.
Yeah, so as I reported last month, we did have Vite repair the slope failure in cell 2. That has since been approved by the Minnesota DNR for use. And again, as I stated earlier, we are now pumping into cell 2 as well as discharging from cell 2. We are still in the midst of working with Vite on the slope failure that has occurred in the north berm of cell 3. We have worked with Vite to dismantle or to deconstruct the portion of the berm that was failing. And we are in the midst of reconstructing that berm. I would say that we're probably halfway through the reconstruction of that berm. So depending on weather, we're hoping that within the next couple weeks, cell 3 will be constructed to the design elevation, and that we can move into the final processing of both cells 2 and 3 and finish final seeding and all the other small things that need to be done to finish the construction of both cells 1 and 2.
Are there any questions for Andy? That will go on to 7G. Is Judy Erickson available to give us a legislative update?
Mr. Chair, she's not available, but she did reach out to me this morning on what's happening. Again, looks like we're going to go into another special session here in September, but she has not heard of anything happening as of this moment with the bonding bill. So we will stay tuned and wait for her to reach out to us on if we need to move forward with our bonding request at this time.
Okay. Go on to 7H. Andy, will you give us an update on the Minnesota Pollution Control Agency meeting, MPCA?
Yes, Mr. Chair, this was a meeting held a couple weeks ago. This is the meeting concerning the district's TMDL, which is the total maximum daily load within the boundaries of the Shell Rock River Watershed District. This includes Lake, Fountain Lake, Albert Lee Lake, Whites Lake. It also includes some of our stream reaches, such as Schaff Creek, the Shell Rock River. But the main impact with this TMDL, of course, is the wastewater treatment plant for the city of Albert Lee. This is a plan that has some extensive modeling in it, which includes HSPF modeling, and don't ask me what that acronym stands for right offhand because I don't remember. But anyways, the city and the district for the last 8 months has had some issues with the modeling that has been done based on some assumptions that the Minnesota Pollution Control Agency has made within the model itself. We've asked for an extension and to actually of making assumptions. Let's actually monitor and get the data needed for those assumptions. They have denied us repeatedly on that issue and said the model is good. Again, so the biggest issue is, again, this is basically setting the limit for the Albert Lee Lake or Albert Lee City's wastewater treatment plant, which as of right now does not have a permit limit. It expired, I want to say, in 2014 or 2015. And the PCA is basically waiting for this modeling and this plan, this TMDL plan, to be completed to set those limits. And again, based on the assumptions made, these limits are set basically 0.6 phosphorus, which what that means for the city of Albert Lee is has a big impact for the city of Albert Lee. And as of right now, this, again, the city is not happy with the results and potentially might be challenging the MPCA on these limits, again, based on these assumptions that were made by the PCA. That video has been linked for you guys to review. The city, both the city manager, the mayor, and the council had some pretty poignant questions for the Minnesota Pollution Control Agency regarding, this impact to the city of Albert Lee. And there is a potential that staff might be asking both the council and the Watershed District Board of Managers to meet and just to further discuss the potential. Probably quite a bit more to come regarding this issue, but we'll see how this plays out as we move forward. Definitely keep the board updated.
Is there any questions on that? I did watch that whole, what was it, 2-hour video that was recorded, and it was very lengthy, but I stuck with it, and some of the things I heard I did not like, and some of the things made sense. But yeah, there's got to be a lot more discussion, I think, involved around that. To me, it looks like they're just trying to make everybody get down to that 1 parts per million or whatever it is that they got, no matter what the situation is, upstream, downstream, or whatever. But some of the things we need to talk about yet to see if we can get this straightened out without costing a lot of money. Hearing none, I'm gonna go to Courtney Phillips, an update on the LCCMR.
Yes, good morning. So this LCCMR application was for our precision acquisition for restoration, groundwater recharge, and habitat. Just a reminder that out of the 329 proposals that were received, we were one of the 101 that were selected for hearings. Hearings were conducted late July and early August, and all went well. At their August 13th LCCMR meeting, they did proposal just determining who's going to get what costs, and what they agreed upon is that out of all the proposals that had hearings, those who had a funding request of less than $750,000 were cut by 15%, and those who had a proposal allocation of over $750,000 were cut 25%. So being that we were requesting $549,000 of total funding, we were cut by 15%. So we did receive a grant allocation of $467,000. And that is for the project that's located on County Ditch 16, south of Albert Lee. So good news is we were selected for funding. We do have a work plan that's due September 18th. So staff will be working on that shortly, but we got funding, and we're able to do the scope of the project just with that modified budget. So good news there. Is there any questions?
Very good job, Courtney.
Thanks. And then for Lessard Sands update, we did put in a proposal for phase 10 of our habitat acquisition program. The hearing went very well. It was last week. It was supposed to be on Thursday, but they were conducting it via Zoom. And because it was Zoom, they were moving a lot faster than what they originally were planning. So we ended up presenting Wednesday morning. It went really well. We didn't receive any comment or questions at all, but we did receive one comment, which was by how well we've been able to leverage our sales tax in the past. So because we were able to, use that sales tax as contribution towards leverage, we got called out for doing that. So we, again, no questions, but just a comment. And then the follow-up meeting, which was the next day, we did get brought up specifically as of not having previous phase funding fully completed or expended all of the funding. We weren't the only one that was called out. There's a couple other numerous agencies that were called out saying that you haven't fully spent previous year's allocations. Andy and I were talking, and I feel like that is a kind of an unfair comment because we are given 3 years for acquisition projects and 5 years for restoration grants. It's just, they haven't been fully completed yet. But again, otherwise it all went very well. I think we'll still be fine in the long run. The council members are going to be putting their dollar allocation amounts together, and then at their October 1st meeting, hopefully we'll know if we'll get an allocation amount or not. So again, all went well. So we'll hope for more funding for that habitat restoration program.
Very good again. Any other questions for Courtney? None, thank you. Okay, going on to the manager report. I am the liaison for the city and the county. I have nothing this month again for them. So that, Joe, do you have anything to report from the Citizens Advisory Committee?
No, as far as I know, there was no meeting this month.
Okay. All right. Do any of the managers have anything like to discuss? Any manager items? Hearing none. For number 11, Andy, does the Shell Rock River Watershed District have any upcoming meetings besides the next board meeting on October 13th?
Mr. Chair, as stated before, we might potentially have a workshop with the city of Albert Lee prior to September 25th. That is when the 60-day comment period is due for the comments regarding the TMDL. So it's a potential that there might be a meeting or again, a workshop set up between the city mayor, city council, and our board of managers, more than likely the week of the 21st. But again, that's to be determined at this time.
Okay. Anything else out there? Hearing none, do I have a motion to adjourn?
So
Made
moved.
by Manager DeBoer. Do I have a second?
Second, Joe.
Made by manager, or seconded by Manager Pasuski. Any discussion? I didn't. Okay. Leah, please call roll.
Manager Pistorius,
Aye.
Manager Kramer,
Aye.
Manager Bakken,
Aye.
Manager DeBoer,
Aye.
Manager Pasuski,
Aye.
Manager Dilger.
Aye, we are adjourned. Everybody be safe. Thank you.
Thank you.
Take care.